Hi, John.
Hi.
So how did you feel before you began treatment? What symptoms were you having?
I had very numb feet. I am very dizzy, and I was not really able to walk more than about 20 minutes without getting really tired. And that was about it. And I had poor circulation, you know. I pretty well had it diagnosed, but it wasn't a surprise to me when I went to the dinner and they explained it all. I had already learned all of that.
So what changes did you start to notice during the treatment?
Actually, when I was talking to Dr. Weller, I told him about the, I think it was the 4th or 5th week I took off. I went to the desert for a week, and while I was over there, I did a lot of walking. I went to the gym, bicycle, and did some swimming and everything, and that was a nice respite, because when I came back to the treatment, I felt as though I was really into it more, you know, to take that week off in the middle. And I suggested to him that might be a good thing for patients, really, to go for 4 or 5 weeks and then take a week off and then come and finish the treatment, you know.
How did your symptoms feel during your off time?
Pardon?
How did your symptoms feel when you took the week off?
I don't think there was any improvement particularly, but I just was more stimulated to do the exercise because it is part of the program, you know.
Yeah.
And I thought it worked out very nicely. And then after the 7th week of treatment, I could really tell a difference, real big difference in how my feet felt and my ability to exercise and climb ladders and things like that. And that was very good for me. And I just kind of coasted in through the end, you know.
And what would you tell someone who's considering the treatment?
Considering the treatment? I tell them to consider the alternatives, that if they don't get the treatment, the disease can progress, and that's the more serious aspect of it. And I diagnosed myself early. I read a lot of medical journals and things, and the neuropathy was one of the articles I read in about September, I think. And I said, geez, I got that, you know, and I'm not a hypochondriac, really. But it was kind of interesting to read it, because I don't want to get into how it all built up. I went through that with the doctors. But the explanation at the dinner was excellent. Dr. Weller did that, and he did a very, very good job of it. And then my wife came in with me, and we talked with Dr. Straw, I guess, and signed up for the treatment. The cost I felt was prohibitive, but my wife said, no, you're going to do it. She's the boss.
Is there anything else you'd like to share with other patients?
Yeah, I think they need to be patient. They're called patients.
Yeah.
Tell them to be patient, because I can, you know, I hear people talking in there and say, I don't know if I'm getting better or not, you know, and everything. But it as I say, it took me the 7 weeks plus the week I was off. Really,
Yeah.
It was 8 weeks altogether before I could really tell a difference, and I felt it was really progressing nicely. And stick to the grease. They'll give you more grease if you need it. And keep putting that on your feet twice a day.
Definitely.
And I sometimes wonder if it stays on because my socks are so tight. When I put the grease on, I pull the socks on and it takes the grease right. Well, never mind. It probably does work. It's a good thing to do.
Okay. Thank you, John.
Mm-hmm.